Greetings, Moonchild. I'm Morpheus, or Morphe to those I want to see again. I know, looking at me, you wouldn't guess I was raised by a village of tieflings, or that I was kicked out of said village for less than saintly actions involving the head priest and his wife at different times. See, I have this trick that the fairies taught me as a kid. I can walk right into your sweet little dreams. Oh, or not so sweet dreams, you naughty thing. I've made a few friends in my days, probably twice as many enemies, except that one time with the priestess of Talos. She got exiled, and oh, never mind that story. I prefer the animals and Fae. They just get me, you know? Oh, the scars? Yeah, that was a bad day. I'm just as surprised I made it out as you are. Besides, they make me look fierce. They also remind me that I have seen that true betrayal can only be committed by someone close to you, someone you love. The rest of my circle weren't as lucky. I had some of my best memories with them, and now I'm the only one left. Or the only one that I know of. Life is like a river. It never slows down for anyone. You either flow with it or get shaped by it. Guess which path I chose.
Whiskerforge's parents lived in the dwarven settlement of Earthheart. Slow to be accepted into their neighborhood, they apprenticed Forge to Fiona Steelcloak, a smith of some skill. All was well until war hit their corner of the world, and young Whiskerforge struck out to help defend his homeland with the help of his ancestors. After the war and his apprenticeship, he started wandering the realms and helping people where he could. Along the way, he met Mira, a cleric of Selene.
Hello! Arnica Swiftbreeze Flatfoot, the fourth of the Copperclay clan. Nice to meet you. My gnome clan's lived in the woods near Leylon for a few generations now, and we've traded up and down the Sword Coast with all kinds of folks. But sometime after the fall of the House of Thalavar, we started getting wild magic in our family. And recently, my magic has been getting stronger. But the woods are also getting more dangerous. And we've always been a bit nomadic, but also these woods are my home, and I need them to be safe for my family again.
Hi, I'm Zafu. I'm a young rogue half-orc, just basically trying to find my place in life. I grew up mostly on my own, so basically I had to learn how to be sneaky and steal just to survive. I may not be the smartest dude around since really I didn't get a proper education, but I can handle my own. I enjoy a lot of alone time. I like a nice alcohol, and I love kisses from ladies and men.
The High Road. This highway hugs the coast, connecting Neverwinter to the coastal cities of Luskan to the north and Waterdeep to the south. For years, the stretch of road south of Neverwinter fell into disuse because of frequent monster attacks. Recently, efforts have been made to keep the road safe with light patrols of guards.
Leylon. This small town along the high road is in the midst of rebuilding itself after being abandoned for years. It serves as the main base of the characters during this adventure.
Hey everyone, welcome to another Thursday night. We are playing D&D Episodicals, Campaign 3, Stormlord's Wrath, with our all LGBTQ plus cast. This is, by the way, the sequel campaign to Dragon of Ice Fire Peak, which we played in Episodicals 2, which you can find on YouTube. And yeah, this is a murder campaign. They really like hurting you guys, so... help us out.
They like hurting us, Sarah? They?
I mean, how many times have I apologized to you guys off screen?
That's fair.
A lot.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's
A lot.
true.
But I have a great cast with me. I'm really excited to play and be back after we took last week off and have more things attack these guys because they're about to enter fight 3 without having a rest of any sort. So just getting attacked after attacked after attacked. So let's do a quick round of intros. So I'm Sarah. I'm the CEO of Rem Alternus. Love being here with you guys, and that's all I'm gonna say right now. Faye, how about you?
Hey, I am Faye. I am playing your Circle of Dreams druid Morpheus, although I don't know how much longer she's going to be in the waking realm if we get murked this next fight. I have no cool nerdy news, so except shop local, I found a great local coffee place from this guy who makes them himself, so you know, F Amazon. Let's go.
Yeah, you should drop that link in the chat. Tony, how about you?
Hey, I am Tony. I am playing, my pronouns are they, them, and I am playing Whiskerforge, the Tabaxi Barbarian Cleric, who has 4 hit points left.
Sorry.
Isn't that your fault?
I mean, it kind of is, but
still not. You didn't read the book.
It's funny, guys, because every time I read the next section, because I'm a terrible GM, so I don't read until like an hour before we get on, and then I'm like, okay, let's see what happened. Oh shit. Well, guys, I'm sorry. So it's pretty great. Colin, how about you?
Hello, I'm Colin. I am playing Zarfu, who is a half-orc rogue.
Awesome. And this is
Yep.
Colin's first D&D campaign.
Yes.
Awesome. How you enjoying it so far, other than like the constant threat of death?
I mean, you know, I do like a little risk. I think it's fun. Yeah, but it's good.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, we've got Christine still joining us today, though they're out of sight. Christine, hello.
Hello. So I am in fact invisible on purpose, and there are in fact crying dogs in the background.
Snoopy!
I will be playing Arnica, aka Arnie, aka ASFCC, who is a gnome sorcerer and has like a few more hit points than Forge because, you know, necromancy and stuff.
Awesome.
And I am invisible on purpose.
Awesome. Well, and with that, you know, I want to share that I've got some new lighting enhancements here, so we get lightning flashes for our storm here, and it's really exciting. So leveling up the tech. Cool. Also, one announcement I want to make is it is Tom, our tech person, who also goes by Teslon Kieranhawk. It's Tom's birthday, so we gave him the night off, and my husband Thomas is running tech for us tonight. So happy birthday, Tom, and thank you so much, Thomas, for helping us out tonight. All right, who wants to play some D&D?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. So what happened last week? Let's have the ghost of Christine tell us.
All right. So last week there was this pretty spooky looking tiefling / water priestess.
Yeah, I think her
Kraken
name
priest
is
is
Kraken
the technical
priest,
term. Yeah, okay. And she was doing some like sketchy stuff, and it was pretty stormy. And it seemed scary, so we tried to kill her, and then we did. But after we killed her and her like fanboys, we found that she had summoned 5 very large creatures into the barnyard, and we have not had a long rest in about 2 fights now. So.
Yeah. Also, the Kraken priest actually dove in the water and swam away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard her fall in the water. I wasn't really sure what happened there.
Oh yeah,
but...
she peaced out. She was like, this isn't going well. Gonna call it a day. Thank you all for joining my TED Talk, and see you later.
Because I described a super cool end of the battle, changing the weather with hallucinatory nat 20s, and Sarah was like, She's too smart. Sorry, she sees through it.
I mean, I rolled. And she technically did believe it, which is what disrupted the ritual and why she swam away. So you did stop more of these things from being summoned. So speaking of things that have been summoned, we have some big boy watery things that are heading up over this island and heading your way along the shore. What you see in the distance is 3 of these creatures seem to roll up on the surface from a wave, get up and walk across the rest of the island before just like melting into the water and the waves again. 2 of them seem almost like serpentine. They didn't walk up on the island, but they kind of poked out and then crashed forward in the waves as well. So I'm gonna do some, because we kind of have this paused round, let's go ahead and clear out our turn order and re-roll initiatives.
All right.
Don't forget. Oh, I forgot a big piece of the intros, guys. So while everyone's rolling up their initiatives, don't forget that you can type #YeGay in the chat, and that will enter you to win a Rem Alternus swag bag. So you get a little dice bag, you get Rem Alternus patch, you get a poker chip that Faye loves. It's her favorite thing that came in the swag bag. You get a Shadowrun Edge token, you get some Shadowrun dice, a Rem Alternus pin, and some stickers. And I'm going to throw in something special tonight because I got it in the mail. So we're starting to fulfill our Kickstarter from Coddlesworth's Clockwork Circus, issue 1. And I got our first sticker in. It was a test print. And so I got a bunch of these. This is Rodeo, who is a character in the comic book. And so you can get a couple of those stickers in your swag bag as well. So #YeGay in the chat. You can also get entries by donating bits, subscribing. Did I forget anything? No, I think that's it. So if you subscribe, you get 7 entries. If you donate 100 bits, you get 1 entry. And that's infinite amount of entries you can do. And then also any of the bits you donate, the subscribes you do also hits our stream boss, which Kender Mage is currently the winner of. And so that will replace Kender Mage's name on screen with yours if you're the one to defeat it, and Babyface will make an appearance and help our group out. So that's the chat-operated player character. All right, now I can roll initiatives, now that you guys are all done. Let's see, this one... Oh, I need to actually click on off. There we go. And then we'll do this one. There we go. That's good. There. Okay. So, top of the order, Forge. You see nothing at this time. Actually, in the darkness, as the darkness is setting in, the sun has set at this point, you do see 3 kind of shadows in the water as they approach the shore.
Well, I'm going to head back towards the rest of the group since I'm a little bit away from everyone. I don't know how far 30 feet is.
It's 1 square, because we said 1 square is 50 feet.
It says there. I think.
Cool.
Good.
All right. How about next in the order? Are you doing anything else during this turn?
No.
Okay. How about Zarfu?
Okay, so I would like to offer Whiskerforge some help. Would you say I need to move a square?
No, I'd say like to help
Whiskerforge?
to help him up on the ramp.
I wanted to help like I wanted to see if I could do a medicine check. Help in that way.
Okay. Yeah, give him a once over. You can go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Okay.
All right, that was a 16. Yeah, you see that that he's pretty beaten up and pretty out of breath, pretty exhausted. A lot of tears in his clothes, blood coming from gashes all over. It looks like, someone just finished fighting a war. So what are you doing with a 16 roll, seeing all this? What are you doing about it?
So basically I think Zarfu would just, he would see Whisker Forge walking up, looking like this, and so Zarfu goes, "Oh my gosh, Whisker Forge, are you alright? Can I help you? Can I help with some of your wounds or something?"
No, I'm not alright, but sure, you can help.
So what action would you take that is medical that would help Forge?
I would like to do I guess because I guess I technically don't have any. I guess I would say maybe at least like cleaning out wounds, like doing the bare minimum of something that I know would be helpful.
So to clean some of the wounds?
Yeah, or maybe
and
like tie some up. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a... we're not using a kit or anything. Go ahead and roll a d8.
Okay.
Don't forget you have to do it in roll 20, not beyond.
Oops. Oh.
It's like I knew.
You did know.
Do you remember where it is? There it is.
Okay, there we go.
And what's your intelligence modifier?
Is that under the saving throw modifier?
No, that's just at the top where you see strength, dex, constitution, intelligence, all the way across.
Intelligence is -1.
We're just gonna leave it at 3 then. So you go up 3 hit points, Forge.
Yeah, Zarfu has very, very basic knowledge.
And I appreciate you. All right, so let's. So that's Zarfu's turn.
Yeah.
You begin to see as you're hurriedly patching up Forge from behind this like little house that's all dilapidated and ruined. You hear the waves begin to crash against the surface of the shore, and you see, well, if you peek around, you see 3 figures start to emerge on the beach. Morphe.
Okay. So I'm going to look around now that I'm no longer in my super intimidating giant goat form, and I see that we're looking a little rough. I'm actually going to use my action. I don't want to waste it on the ocean because I don't want us to die. I'm going to target the person closest to me, which I believe is Arnie. I think that's who's closest.
Yep.
And I'm going to kind of cup my hands together, and she'll start chanting in Druid under her breath, and like it'll look like glowing green liquid is filling up almost like a fountain and it's pooling over her hands into the ground. And from the pool on the ground emerges a small little spiritual spectral jackrabbit with antlers that match hers. and it is going to be cast at 3rd level for healing, and we will see what we can get here, and hopefully help you out a little bit.
Awesome.
And then, so it'll hop over, and it'll kind of nibble at her feet, and then it'll transfer to healing to her that way. Now I can have this for 3 turns, but as a bonus action, I can move it 30 feet to a spot I can see. So I'm going to move it towards Forge and Colin over here and heal them as well. So
Great.
should I roll them again?
Go ahead.
Or use the same? Okay. There we go. So then we would both get 12 hit points back.
Well done. All right. Next up, Arnie, you're pretty much the only one left up above at this point. So as you look out over the water, this little spirit bunny nibbled at you and then hopped on down the staircase there. So as you look back up over the water, you see those serpentine figures. You see 2 of them shoot up right along the shoreline and then collapse back into the water.
That's less than ideal.
And then, Arnie, it is your turn.
I have a question because I cannot remember.
Okay.
Did we already search the bodies of, like, the fanboys?
Nope. No body searching has been done.
Okay. Because I feel like that might be a good thing to do. And if I'm the only one, well, I guess technically, Morphe is up here too. But if I'm the only one left up here, I might run over, do that real quick.
I moved them out of the way because there were so many bodies I couldn't find your token before. So
That's fair.
You're right on top of them, so you can use an investigation action.
Nice. I will do that.
You find 2 potions of healing.
Sweet.
Nice.
I am going to take one for myself because I'm greedy but also low on health. And then I'm going to save the other one for Forge.
Cool. All right. So next up is Forge. Oop, you're muted.
You know. Maybe I just wanted to talk to myself. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on myself. And thank Zarfu for his help. Yay. Because it did a lot of help. And then I guess I think I want to keep trying to get us towards the rest of the group.
Okay, so gonna keep heading up toward the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. Zarfu.
I think I will also move. Would you say, are there any more bodies that I could search in the area? Or was that like Arnie did? Like Arnie got what was there?
I gave Arnie the opportunity. So basically,
Okay.
with the 4 berserkers that were there, I rolled a 1d4, and so 2 of them had healing potions.
Okay, cool. I guess I will. Oops. Yeah, I guess I will just continue to move towards the group. And I don't know. I honestly don't feel like I can do anything else helpful at the moment.
You're starting to get a little bit of altitude, so I'd say like you're about even with the second story of these buildings. So you can't quite see over them yet, but you're on your way to.
Okay.
All right. The sound of waves crashing seems to continue even beyond the shoreline. Let me see here. I'm gonna make a roll. As these waves crash, you begin to hear, like, beyond the sound of just waves crashing, you begin to hear, like, rubble falling, and make an insight check, everyone. Oh, Zarfu.
There she goes.
All right, everyone but Zarfu realizes that these giant water creatures seem to be, like, slamming against the buildings that are right on the shoreline, and actually destroying them. Okay. Next up is Morphe.
Alright, so since it's my turn again and everyone is within range of me, I get to roll for healing for everyone.
Cool.
So everyone gets 3 hit points back.
Okay.
Wait. That was at 2nd level and I casted at 3rd level. My bad. Everyone gets 6 hit points back.
Nice.
And then that would technically be her bonus action, is her kind of summoning the jackrabbit back to them, which just kind of hops behind Whisker Forge, just looking cute as can be, not really minding the impending doom. And she's going to lean into everyone and she's like, do you guys hear that? The ocean sounds like it's getting closer. I don't know if this town's about to go or if we need to leave before we drown. I mean, you guys will drown. I can turn into a fish, it's no problem.
Zarfu goes, what are you talking about? Because he just doesn't notice that it's going on.
She like raises her eyebrows and she's like, okay, we'll looking at the other people who actually noticed something.
All right. As Morphe finishes speaking, Zarfu and Forge, you're kind of facing the other direction, but Morphe and Arnie, you see those. I think someone in the chat called it water danger noodles. Kind of rise and fall again. Arnie.
So I'm gonna mostly stay about where I am because I'm kind of thinking if they're destroying buildings, it might be a good life decision to sort of stay up on this sort of 2nd story parapet. But I am going to scoot over a little bit just to make sure that there's enough room for Zarfu and Forge to actually get up the stairs.
Okay.
Trying to think. I probably can't see anything, right?
You can see because you're on the higher level, so you can see the shoreline from over top of the buildings.
In fact, the amount of spell slots I have right now is great. I am going. That is way more than 30 feet. Never mind. I'm not gonna do it. It's fine. I can count. I know where I am.
So you're gonna do
So
you want
I'm
to hold
gonna
action or?
Yeah, I guess so. Since I'm at
So-
the bottom of the order.
So you're gonna hold action to do what with what trigger?
I'm going to hold action. If one of the waves gets within 30 feet of me, I am going to cast Witch Bolt at the first level.
Okay,
At the wave golem thing.
great. All right, next up is Forge.
I think I keep moving up. But I am going to ask Morphe if she knows what they are, or ask myself if I know what they are.
Roll a nature check.
Can I also roll one since they're asking me?
Yeah.
Solid. They know more about it than I do, and I'm a druid.
And
I'm
I
a great
don't
druid.
add anything.
Woo! Great druid.
So what I'll give you is actually, Morphe, you know that the things that have kind of come onto the beach are water elementals. Forge, you know that the things that keep poking up from the water are water weirds.
Okay.
Oh, then I will take this opportunity to put some narrative in, kind of give it some spice. And Morphe will lean into her dear friend Whisker Forge and be like, they're water elementals, just like the ones we ran into on the pirate ship. And we barely made it through those the last time. I don't know how many there are, but we're near the water, and they're made of water, so our odds are not in our favor.
I'm gonna nod towards the other ones and be like, hey, those are water weirds.
They're weird, all right.
All right, Zarfu.
Zarfu will just keep running up the stairs. And then I guess, yeah, he's just gonna ask, he's gonna be like, what are you guys talking about? Because I feel like he would probably just was going up the stairs casually and didn't turn around or anything, was just like following the group. So maybe now we'll see if he notices or sees anything.
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
How many HP, Sarah?
There you go.
There we go.
So you're like, what are you guys talking about?
That's what you're talking about. I see. Got it. Okay.
I love it. Any action up here, or were you taking your action to look around?
Yeah, that was my action.
Okay. You hear the waves crash. You see anyone facing that direction sees water start to come out of the second-story windows. You see thatch from the roof starting to fall off and collapse on the ground 2 stories below. And you start to see the water creep past the perimeter of the house, or these buildings. So like it's almost like high tide, like the water's getting further up the beach. All right, Morphe.
1 second while I look up the water forms that druids can turn into. That isn't going to be as useful as a dire pink one. In the meantime, I will talk with our group. Are we sure we can do this? How's everyone looking? Like, how are you guys feeling? Okay? Is the spirit bunny doing its job? And speaking of, for its last turn, it will be able to heal everyone again at 3rd level. So let me cast that real quick. Alright, Alright, so everyone gets 9 hit points, and with that, my little spectral Jack Bunny will kind of form like a little liquid glowing pool around its feet, and it will sink back into the Fey realm and disappear, leaving little flowers in its wake. I'll have to look through this later. So I guess I will wing it. How is the town? Are the people safe? Did they get away? And I would like to use my action to see if I can tell if any of the villagers are still out and about, or if the army, as small as it was, is anywhere nearby, or if we were just totally on our own out here.
Roll a perception. So as you turn away from the shoreline and look at the buildings around you and the roads around you, you catch a little bit of movement. So there's this building right here that looks like it's been under construction more than the other buildings around it have. And it's got that high like tower up here. And then it's got some like construction materials on the ground, like there's poles and beams and stuff like that. And in a pile of beams, of wooden beams, like for structure almost, that you would assume, there's actually like an indent in them. And you see a flash of movement within that that little gap, that little hole.
Then I will beckon to Whisker Forge and Zarfu and Arnie. And not really in a whisper, but just not yelling it out. She will throw her thumb over her shoulder back towards the tower, and she will say, I think there's someone in the tower. And also, it would not be a bad place to be if the water's rising, if you catch my drift. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to actually head towards the tower and investigate.
Your bonus action was the bunny, right?
No, it doesn't cost an action after you've cast it.
Okay.
It only costs an action to move it, but it was already there with us from the last turn.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So you head on across the road. You're gonna kind of make it to the like entryway, and then again, like the beams that you saw the movement are actually outside next to it, like piled up as though like they're resources that are going to be used for building.
Okay.
What?
That's all I can do for this turn, but my ultimate goal is to get inside the tower, investigate, and possibly get the high grounds for when I have the chance.
Okay, great. All right. Next, you see once again. And I'm gonna actually make a quick roll. Nope, we're good. All right. Next up is Arnie.
So the first thing I'm gonna do is I really don't want to make anybody do any checks right now, so I'm not going to eat the potion to Whisker Forge, but rather very carefully hand the potion to Whisker Forge, one of the healing potions that I collected off the body. And then with my other action, I'm going to use the other one on myself now.
Okay, go ahead.
How many?
It is a 1d4 plus 2 for a potion of healing. Let me double check it. Potion of healing. 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. So 8.
Nice.
Puts me over 30.
Yay!
And I have not used a movement yet, so I don't think I'm gonna move. I think I'm gonna wait there where I can actually see what's going on and be prepared to move.
Okay. All right, next up is Forge.
I'm gonna unmute myself first before I start talking. So I am gonna move the rest of the way up, and I'll look at Arnie and Zarfu and be like, I guess we still have to find the kids. I know like the elementals and the weirds are down there, but I don't know if we can still take them. I mean, worst case comes to it, I'll go after them and get you guys away, but you know, let's find the kids.
You hear Morphe in the distance. That's a terrible idea. Dia. She's
All
You
right.
are part of this conversation.
Any action?
I will go ahead and drink that healing potion.
2d4 plus 2.
Okay. So 8. Which brings me up to 40 total.
Yay!
Yeah.
Look at you guys. All right, next up is Zarfu.
Okay, so Zarfu will just ask Whiskerforge, do you know where the kids, where we should look?
I don't, but Morphe thinks she saw something in the tower, I think. I'll nod towards the tower.
Alright, so then Zarfu will head towards the tower. I guess I'll do, I'll use my action and bonus action to move, so I can get there.
Yeah, because you can dash as a bonus action.
Yeah,
So
I have dash,
movement and your bonus action, so you get to double your movement, and then you still have an action that you can use.
Oh, okay. So I have, that would give me 60 feet.
So you can go ahead and move 2 squares.
Okay. So maybe like here?
Sure.
Okay. I guess here, if I could just investigate and see if I notice anything, if Zarfu notices anything.
Perception? Nice. So as you were standing at the top of the stairs and you started moving toward the building, you saw the same beams that were stacked on the ground with the little indent in them. And you see a very small figure crouched inside.
Alright. So then Zarfu would just go, I think I found one.
You see the small figure kind of recoil deeper into the niche.
Alright, I think that's my turn.
Sure. All right. These boyos down here make one final slam sound against the buildings, and you can just hear like the sound of like a full structure just crumbling and hitting the ground. There's as the waves recede, a lot of the rubble goes with it into the ocean. They're gonna move here. Another wave of buildings to attack. Another wave of buildings, get it?
Nice.
It was so funny, I forgot to laugh at first.
Really bad. I hated it. All right. Morphe.
Okay. So apparently I can turn into a crocodile. We're gonna talk of that for later. I guess I'm gonna, as I'm making my way towards this tower, and I hear Zarfu exclaim that they found something, then I definitely want to go towards. But I'm gonna try a more gentle approach. Even though last time I tried that with the kids, it did horribly, and then Zarfu ended up yelling at them, and that worked better. But I definitely want to see if I can figure out if it's the child, if it's one of the villagers, if it's something else.
Okay. So you head over there. There's not really a roll to make. You just head over to those beams and peek inside. And there's two children kind of huddled back there, and they see you. They don't recognize you, and your antlers are scary. So they kind of retreat deeper in and peek out at you. They kind of wrap their arms around each other.
Then I would like to take this time and cast my cantrip, which is what allows me to create herbs and flowers and the sorts out of basically nothing. And she's going to get down on her hands and knees, so she's kind of eye level with them, except her antlers kind of like they ding against one of the things. She's like, oh, so she can't go in after them, but she'll hold out one of her palms with her green hands, and it'll start glowing that familiar blue that her spectral animals show up as. And I just want the most beautiful, like, violet colored rose that's healthy and gorgeous just kind of sprout up from her hand as like an offering of friendship or reassurance. And I will kind of hold it out to them with a sweet smile.
Okay.
Or a comforting smile.
So the kids kind of gasp and like one of them kind of reaches for it and the other grabs his hand and pulls back and says, please don't hurt us.
I will look back at Zarku and shake my head like, we don't want to hurt you, but we do need to get you out of here before it's too late. And then she will actually plant her hands into the ground, and the rose will kind of transfer so that it's closer to the kids, and they don't have to reach for it. They can just pick it up if they want.
Okay, so the one like snatches it up and like looks at the other almost like embarrassed, like impulse control is poor. And they kind of look at each other and start to crawl out and say, like one of them starts crying and goes, I want my mommy.
Is your mommy one of the villagers? Do you know what she looks like, or
Yes. Do you know what your mommy looks like?
Look, sometimes you can't just assume maybe one of them's blind. I don't know.
So they come out and the one crying is like, yeah, we lived here. We just moved here. This is scary.
It's okay. We'll try to get you out of here and get you reunited with your mommy as soon as possible. And then I can't do anything for now, but I'm holding wild shape for my next action because we about to elegantly run these children out of here.
Awesome. All right. Next up, Danger Noodles, Rise, and let's see here. Okay. One of them seems to almost pause, like a half a second longer than the other one. So the other one starts to go down, and then the other one starts to go down. Next up is Arnie.
So the first thing I'm gonna do is turn to Forge and sort of rub my forehead and ask, why did we think it would be a good idea to send those two after the children? Again?
I don't know. They were up here before me. I guess why didn't you go after them? I don't know.
I just kind of wanted to keep track of those water elementals, but
I mean, that's fair.
So, I'm assuming they're still, like, at least, like, 60 feet away from me, right?
The elementals?
Yeah, the closest one.
Let me get my dead body markers. Hold on. So you're there.
It's a
so
delicate
50.
science.
They are, I would say about 70 feet away.
Okay.
The
Cool.
first one, anyway.
All right.
What's up?
Just Decisions are hard, like,
I know.
before you start the fight, because, like, once I start it, they're gonna start fucking all of us up. So I kind of want to buy time. So I am thinking... that I'm gonna use my message cantrip,
Okay.
which is 120 feet, so it's within range, I think, of Morphe.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and start it out with, like, hey, don't panic. It's Arnie. I am just wanting to check in with you guys and make sure you know that if you find kids in there, you really need to just get them out as soon as you can. And I think that'll be it.
Okay.
So I
Fair
don't want
enough.
to waste a real spell.
Okay. Beautiful. Faye, you can respond to the message if you would like, but you do not have to.
So Morphe will hear the whisper in her ear, and she's like, "Yeah, no, boy, we've talked about this like at least 8 times before. There are 2 kids here. I'm gonna see if I can get them back to the village, but I can't take Zarfu and the kids, so he's gonna have to be on his own." And she's saying it out loud, and she kind of like gives a glance at Zarfu, like kind of letting him in on her plan, so he's not shocked when she fails her next turn to leave him behind.
Bye.
And take his children.
See ya. All right. Next up is Forge.
Alright. Oh, not hearing any of that. I'll just, I guess, stand guard here. I don't know. I don't have anything that can. I don't have any range spells.
So holding action in case they get within range?
Yes.
Okay. And if
But
they
that's
do
a
get in...
then I'll somehow hit them.
What type of attack? Because you gotta, like, if you're gonna hit it
melee.
with your hammer, you're prepping
Melee.
for that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Zarfu.
Okay. Well, actually, first, Zarfu would just say to the kids, he would say, "Oh, I'm sorry I yelled. We were looking for you to help you. I didn't mean to scare you." And then, I guess, he's gonna turn to Morphe, and then he's gonna say, "Do you think we should look inside the tower?"
She will look at him and then back at the 2 children who are sort of like cradling the rose that she created, and it's kind of glowing in the shadows that they're hiding in, and she'll shake her head. "One of us has to see if we can get these 2 out of danger before those things get closer to us. So I can get them there faster, and you're better at sneaking. If you want to take a look inside the tower, that's up to you."
So, with that, Zarfu is going to turn and head towards the tower.
Okay. So you head on inside?
Yes.
Okay. Make a dex saving throw. Great. And then also, are you being sneaky or are you just walking in?
I would say being sneaky only because Morphe mentioned it. Otherwise, Zarfu would have just, hello?
Go ahead and roll a stealth then as well.
Okay.
Okay, so as you kind of slink in, you manage to open the door without like a sound, and you sneak inside, and like you're even able to be like, okay, the light's coming from the moon in this direction, so if I slip right here, then my shadow doesn't show. Like, so you're like super careful about it. You know what you're doing. And as you get inside and look around, you can see like there's kind of some scaffolding along the sides from the construction that they're doing, but largely the inside has been cleaned out. There is some rubble that there's like some stone and stuff that they're still like bringing outside and stuff. So like the structure is mostly sound, but there's a lot to trip over with your deck save though. Like you don't trip on anything. But you do see that with the scaffolding that largely the floor of the tower has been left open, like it hasn't been constructed yet, so it's just the outside. There's no extra floor or layer or anything like that, and nobody's up there.
Okay.
And then make me perception as well, because it's dark in here. Make it with disadvantage.
I do have dark vision. Would that matter in this case, or
Then roll
that's
it
just
straight.
night?
Roll it straight.
Okay. You said perception?
Yep.
Okay.
You know, you're really looking for the structure and for a person more than anything else right now, so you don't really absorb anything about this structure at this time.
Okay.
All right. Next up, you hear the waves crash again and get a little further up the beach. There almost seems to be, for anyone looking down, no beach left in this area. Like it's all underwater now. Morphe.
Okay. So I sort of give a nod to Zarfu, sort of like a good luck as they walk towards the tower. And I'm going to lean back down towards the two children and say, do you like horses or ponies?
The one that's crying kind of is also the one that's like clutching the flower like close to them, and they kind of wipe their eyes and look at you and go, ponies?
She'll nod and she'll like, well, I'll tell you a secret. Just like I can make flowers, I can also turn into some kinds of animals. So, I think we could get back to your mommy a lot faster if I turned into a horse and then we could ride all the way back to village to safety. What do you two think? And she's trying very hard to keep her voice like very honeyed, warm, inviting, like not trying to scare these kids at all, and also trying not at all to alert them to the situation at hand.
Okay. So the one that like has been crying like looks really excited that you can turn into animals, and turns and looks at the other one who's like a lot like more cautious, and goes, Bernice, be careful. Like we don't know them.
How can I win these children? So I have 3 inspiration. I know we usually use them for battle, but can I use them for like a persuasion?
Sure,
check or
roll.
something like that.
So don't use your inspiration yet, but you can make a persuasion, and if you roll badly, then you can use inspiration to re-roll it.
Okay. So she's going to kind of narrow her eyes as she's getting a feeling of like what these specific kids like. She's very good at kind of sussing out anything about anyone that she's really putting her mind to. And I'm gonna try this persuasion to convince them to come with me, and then I hope that it's okay.
So what do you say when the one child says, Bernice, be careful?
What's the age difference between these two? Are they around the same age, or is one clearly older?
One looks to be about 2 years older.
Okay, so
The one that's more cautious.
she'll look down and be like, I know that you're scared. I mean, I personally love strangers. It's how you make new friends, but I understand why you're afraid. However, it's really important that I get you and your... Are they sisters, brothers?
You don't know.
It's really important that I get both of you back to safety before anything else happens. I think the tide is coming in and it may be a flood. and I don't want you guys in any danger. And I'm sure your mommy really misses you, so I'd really like it if you could trust me this once. And the village isn't very far, and I'll even give you reins so you can control where we go.
You can see some of the reservation of and the posture of the one that's a little more distrustful kind of starts to open and look at the girl and back at you and okay.
Okay. And then she's going to smile, and I'm going to use my action to wild shape into a riding horse. And as she does this, she's already on her hands and knees, so the transition's pretty seamless. But she transforms from her normal moon elf, dryad-looking self into this stunning, pitch black coat, long black flowing mane horse that's 16 and a half, 17 hands tall. And the saddle actually will form from glowing lights on her back, and it's made out of tree bark, and it's got little vines and stuff hanging off of it. And then 2 little reins will come down from where her horns usually are and turn into vine-like reins, and she will kind of nod at her head for them to get on.
So as the kids are amazed by the transformation, and the little girl with the flower reaches out to pet the pretty pony, and the boy steps up and kind of touches the glowing saddle. Some of the vines kind of transform to help them almost like stairs to get up on into the saddle. So he kind of scrambles up first, pulls her up in front of him, and takes the reins and goes, "Go, horsey thing."
She will, she's not going to do anything crazy like a rear or anything like that, but she's going to kind of whinny, and I'm going to use my bonus action to move 60 feet towards the village.
Okay, is that a bonus action you have?
To move?
Movement is, so it's your movement is your normal speed as a horse. And
my
then
normal
you can...
speed as a horse is 60 feet.
You're good then. You're good to move 60 feet. Yeah, we're good.
Woo!
All right.
I was afraid I was going to fail that. These kids were going to get scared.
I let you have a really long turn, so we're going to move on. All right. So as this is happening, and you overhear this, Forge and Arnie, make a... What are both of your passive perceptions?
15.
12.
Okay. Okay. So, surprise round for Arnie, but not a surprise for Forge, as this thing pops out of the water and raises 3 stories up, so it's even with you, and it's the danger noodle, and it lashes out. So let's do...
Is that one within 30 feet of me?
It is. So you will get, well, last time you used your action to,
Oh, true. So I wasn't holding something.
you weren't holding,
Right.
but Forge was, so we'll get a reaction to this. Does a 16 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. Take 13 bludgeoning, and
Okay.
you are grappled, and you're pulled 5 feet off of the edge of the platform, so you're being held in the air by this creature now. Yeah. So we're gonna do that. What? And then go ahead, Forge, and make your action.
Okay.
9 is gonna miss. Do you have any inspiration you would like to use?
Sure. I will happily use that.
There it is.
And 2 hits.
Is your Warhammer magic?
It is not.
Okay.
Surprise.
So as you just react to this and you swing, and the your hammer goes through water like it's water.
Mm-hmm.
Here. And with that, with ASFCC hanging in the air and Forge swinging their hammer, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. So don't forget to type
leave us hanging, huh?
cliffhanger, kind of literally. So don't forget to type in hashtag Yege in the chat. Don't forget to donate bits to help them out and summon the wonderful baby face to save the day. Don't forget to subscribe and get all the best notifications to when Realm Alternus is going live. All of those will enter you to win the swag bag and get lots of cool stuff. And we'll be back in 10 minutes. Thank you, guys. Hi, everyone! Yay, we got the pointy fingers from Faye again. It's been a while since we've gotten that. So, yay! We are back. We're fighting some water elementals and water weirds here, and let's keep going or something, because Arnie's being held in the air right now, and that's problematic. Okay, so next up is Arnie. So you can make a escape attempt by doing a strength saving throw.
Sorry, I'm a gnome.
Keep in mind you're also in the air, like.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a gnome. And so my strength modifier is -2. So I'm gonna opt to not do that. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Witch Bolt on this thing at the 3rd level. Is that possible while I'm hanging?
Can you, I know it's a ranged spell usually. Is it problematic that you're in the same space as it?
I don't think so.
Just triple check. I'll probably let you do it anyway, but I wanna...
Yeah, it's specific to one target, it says. So I guess it could be problematic that we're touching, because, you know,
yeah,
electricity.
It does say make a ranged spell attack.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Do you have any touch spells?
Not ones that do damage. That's boring. No. Let's see. I have mending. Mending is a touch spell. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and mess this guy up with a dagger.
Okay,
even though he's made of water.
And you are restrained right now.
Oh. Nikes. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I really can do then.
You can struggle.
I can struggle with my, like, -2 strength.
I mean, if you roll high, -2 isn't going to hurt you.
That's true.
It's only a DC 13, so if you roll a 15 and up, you're fine.
Okay, so what do you need me to roll? A D20?
Yeah, a strength saving throw.
Strength, that's right. That's right.
Okay, not this time, but good try. Let's move on to Forge.
Okay, so can I still hit it from where I am, or should I move closer to it?
Yeah, it's a big boy, so it's right on the edge, like, so yeah, you're within 5 feet of it with where it popped up. And
so I will go ahead and rage.
Okay.
And I think I have one more rage left. Let me double check that first. Sorry. Yes. So I will go ahead and rage. So they will have disadvantage to hit Arnie, assuming that I hit them. Which now might be a good time to use that nat 20 that I have. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, do it.
Gonna
Roll
do
that.
that. Roll that damage.
Yep.
Okay, so see then.
Roll it again because it's a crit.
Yeah. Oh gosh. And 8. So 15.
Okay. So that's gonna be. I can't math tonight. Okay, there we go. All right, so this one seems to connect a little better. Like you kind of reach deeper into the water, and it's almost like when you've got a stream of water and you run your finger through the whole thing, and it like separates for a second, but then it all reconnects. So that's kind of cool. All right. And you use your bonus action to rage.
Yep.
All right. So next up is Zarfu.
Okay, so oops. So I'm in the building. Does it take an action for me to come out of the building, I'm assuming?
No, it's movement.
No. Okay. Okay, so yeah, then I mean, since he didn't see anything, he would just come right back out. So he's gonna move out, and then so I'm guessing he sees what's going on.
I mean, it's
With-
like a like 10-foot by 10-foot, 30-foot high water snake that is holding your friend.
Right. I mean, but just with what happened earlier, you know, who knows what Zarfu notices and doesn't notice.
Fair. In this case, I'm gonna say it's right in front of you. So...
Okay. All right. So, he's just gonna go ahead and fire his crossbow at it.
Okay. Do you have a magic
And-
crossbow?
I do not.
Okay. All right, go ahead and make your roll. Ooh, nice. So piercing, and you have a friend that's engaged in melee with it, so you get your sneak up attack, which is 24 total damage. You don't feel like, you know you got a clean shot off, but it doesn't seem to, like, hurt it like you would expect it to.
Okay.
Sorry. God, I'm not good at the math tonight. I have to think real hard. Really nice shot, though. And you can tell, like, it's got, like, more droplets coming off of it than it did when it first raised out of the water. So maybe that means stuff. Who knows the anatomy of water weirds. All right.
Not Zarfu.
All right, next up. Anything with your bonus action, by the way.
No, I think I'll just stay here.
Okay, and by the way, Morphe, I'm moving you your horsey distance. So, okay. Next up. Let's see if Crashy Boy is paying attention. Okay. This Crashy Boy seems to not, like, wave. So, I would say probably, Arnie, you can see this from your position of being held way up in the air. So as you look down, you see that this wave almost seems to, like, be gearing up, but never crashes. It just kind of stops, and it turns, and it starts to stay erect, but move toward these stairs.
I don't like how that looks. I do not support that course of action at all.
These ones, you can tell the water level is getting higher on the cliffside as the waves crash against the buildings, taking more of them out. Probably one more good hit on those buildings is going to demolish them, just like the first two. Morphe.
I'm going to use my action and bonus action to dash 120 feet closer to the village.
Action and movement, but that is
Right.
fine. So 120, so move 6 squares-ish.
Squares?
1, oop, dead body. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Cool.
That's all I got. That's all I got for you.
All right. This boyo that's waving hands in the air. What is my movement? All right. So, Forge, you are looking at this creature, and all of a sudden it begins to pull Arnie down with it back to the water. You do get an attack of opportunity on it as a reaction, so go ahead and do that. Okay, go ahead and roll your damage. That does hit.
4, 7.
Okay. Once again, doesn't do as much as you would hope. And then hold, please, one moment.
1 moment, please.
Christine, for Bree's sake, did you use nat 20?
I did not yet. I don't think I have one.
You
I
have
just
2.
inspiration. I have 2.
You have 2.
Oh, wow. Counting is not my,
Okay.
That's why we have Bree, because she does all the math.
Yes. Also, sorry, go ahead.
Christine, what is your con bonus? Your con modifier?
My con modifier is +6.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Tony. What were you saying?
Also, I did give everyone some things, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So, Arnie, you get pulled straight down into the water. You manage to suck in a breath, and it pulls you like the current out away from the shoreline.
Wait, so the current pulls me, or the creature pulls me with the current?
The creature pulls you like it's the current pulling.
Okay. Okay.
But
cool.
you are submerged underwater right now.
That's fun.
All right. So then it's Arnie's turn.
All right. I am submerged underwater. I feel like can I see the bottom since we're like kind of close to the shore?
It's dark out now.
I has dark vision, don't I? Yeah. I have
Okay,
dark
yeah.
vision up to 60 feet, so.
I would say underwater. Let's reduce that by half.
Okay.
So,
So can I see the bottom or no?
at this point, yes, because you're away from the shoreline that was where you got sucked in, but like
Right.
there's still this shoreline that you were, and the water level's been rising, but not enough for 30 feet yet.
Okay. Cool. I understand, Snoopy. It's an urgent situation. I
Yeah,
know.
Snoopy's very
Figuring it out.
concerned.
He is incredibly worried. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast the Mold Earth Transmutation cantrip.
Okay, what does that do?
So it has a range of 30 feet. and a portion of dirt that would be like 5 cubic feet of dirt I can manipulate however I want.
Okay.
And including like depositing it 5 feet away. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the like seafloor under the creature upwards, and I guess since 5 feet away is the minimum, try and move it.
To kind of like
See how that
disrupt it
goes.
or like trip
Yeah.
it, kind of?
To,
Underwater
yeah, to
tripping?
sort of underwater tripping, or like underwater like pulling back a little bit.
Okay.
I'm trying
let
to
me
create a riptide. I don't know. No, that's not actually what I'm doing because those are the opposite direction. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Let me make...
I mean, I guess I also can make it difficult terrain, but I don't know that that would impact it.
Yeah,
because
only
it's
by
not
5
actually
feet.
on the ground either.
Okay. I'm gonna say that it actually, so I just made a roll. So as you're getting pulled, you feel it kind of hit, and we're gonna resolve that on its turn.
Okay. And like it doesn't, this isn't a cantrip that like can cause any damage, so like even
Right.
if it falls, it wouldn't be
Sure.
impacted. But
Okay. Really cool idea though. I like that. So we'll see
I'm
what
trying.
happens when it comes to its turn. All right. So next
Okay.
up is Forge.
Okay, so I've been standing still for a little bit. Is the dock covered by water now?
Is the dock covered by... Oh, dock.
Like,
I thought
yeah.
I heard dot.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so it's got water, like starting to pour over, this far part of the dock, right down here.
Okay. Do I risk it? Do I just go? I'm going to run after that as far as I can, at least.
So you basically head down the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I will use that little thing that lets me move 30 extra feet because I'm a cat.
Cool. That's awesome. So you are within range to hit the elemental.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. I'll hit it.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Might as well. 27, which is a crit.
Nat 20. Nice. Roll that damage.
Woo!
Hit it.
So
Ooh,
21.
that's nice. That's chunky damage. Good job.
Yeah.
I'm not on the right. Select. There we go. All right, so 21. You just, as you take off running, you just like hit this this like standing wave, and once again you kind of chop through it almost with your hammer, and it kind of disconnects and reconnects. But it seems a little shorter than it was before.
All right.
Anything else you can do with your action?
I don't think so.
All right. Then next up is Zarfu.
So can I, would you say that I would be able to hit the elemental from here
Oh,
with
yeah.
my crossbow? Okay.
I would move up just a little bit so that you're kind of on the edge of the
Looking over.
precipice there. Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, perfect. Then I will do that, and I will fight.
All right. You got to make your attack roll first.
Oops.
A 9 is not going to hit. Do you want to use inspiration to reroll it?
Yes, please.
Go for it. That's gonna hit. So we'll use that damage from before. So that's 20 damage on it, and you're hitting the one that Forge was fighting, right?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Nice. So this one seems to, again, it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you would have hoped it would have done, but it still seems to like almost lodge in and kind of hover in like the moving water before it drops. All right. Next up is the elementals. So let's see if this guy cares what's going on. Nope. Let's see if this guy cares. Kind of out of the way. So I think he's going to take care of the house first. Okay. This guy, though, is going to punch a Forge. Let's do... let's start with... Let's see. Yep, okay. I'm gonna do, use its whelm action. So I need a strength saving throw from Forge.
17.
Well done. So until it's blah blah. If the target is successful, the target is pushed out of the elemental space. So basically, it's gonna get all up in your business on your space here, and it's gonna push you. So as you see this coming, it basically kind of forces you back up the stairs a little bit as it comes onto the dock. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Successful. All right, then that's it. That's all that happens because you made the throw.
All right.
All right, next up. Oh, and with that as well, the 2 buildings down here. So that's 1 and 2. They fall. All right, next up is Morphe.
So Morpheus and her black Mustang state, her heart is pounding, her wavy mane is blowing in the wind. It's got flowers kind of flying out of it with the wind, but then they'll just grow right back as the kids remain secure with the vines kind of acting as a security blanket. And I'm just going to use my 120 feet to get back and hopefully past the threshold of the town and look out for Griselda to see if I can deliver these chitlins to her.
Awesome. So yes, you see them kind of hanging out in the field, starting to head your way as soon as they see you round that corner.
And then I'll just keep an eye out for the dwarf, and then as soon as I see an opportunity or feel the kids getting squirmy, like they recognize their parent or somewhere, then I would kneel down and let them off. But until that happens, I will be here.
You'll be able to do that on your next turn.
Got it.
Okay. All right, the water weirds. So what's happening there, friends? I need to pop this out. There we go. Okay, so the water weird kind of gets disrupted. And so it's not going to move any further into the water than it already is. I am going to make a... Boop, boop. Oh, cool. I rolled a nat 1. It lets go of... like the disruption. It doesn't do any damage, but it surprises it, and it failed a Constitution check with a nat 1, so it lets go of Arnie. So on your turn, Arnie, you'll be able to kick toward the surface.
Dope.
Yeah. All right. Next up is Arnie. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot one thing.
There's another one.
Boop. Forge.
Yes.
I am gonna try to attack you.
Okay.
And a 10 misses. So, so you see it come, another one come out of the water and just like strike at you, and you manage to kind of like whoop, pull back as you're moving away from the water elemental as well, and you don't get grasped.
With your cat-like reflexes.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, that was the end of the turn. Now it's Arnie's turn.
All right, cool. So I'm just trying to get back up, right?
Yeah.
To
What
the
is? Do you know your
swim?
swim speed?
I do not know my speed.
Let's look it up. Oh wait, you're not a halfling. Gnome swim speed.
While climbing or swimming, each foot of movement costs 1 extra foot. So it's like half my speed.
So this says, oh, that's aquatic gnome. Okay, so yeah, half your speed, you're gonna be able to reach the surface.
So it's like
Aquatic
13.
gnomes? Is a thing?
Yeah,
Apparently.
So yeah, you're able to reach the surface, and that's your movement. You still have an
Okay.
action and bonus action if you would like. Or you could use your action to double your movement, and since you're like right here, I'd say that you could probably, well, that's underwater too now.
Yeah.
But the water level has raised, so I'd say that you could probably make it to the dock at least. But you've got some
Okay.
bad guys over there.
Okay, but if I was like here, then could I make it back over to Forge? Or at least like the bottom of the dock near Forge, so my next turn I can use my movement to pull myself up?
So basically the water level has risen, so you can pretty much get to the dock. And like the dock isn't up from you now, it's like level.
Okay. Gotcha.
So if you just get to the dock, you can like hoist yourself back up.
Okay. But I can do that with this dock that's a little closer to Forge and
Yep.
not this one? Okay.
Yep.
And that is where I'm gonna be. And I think, yeah, that's where I'm at.
Awesome. Thank you, Ryapel, for damaging Kender Mage. Amazing. All right. Next up is Forge.
All right. Well, Arnie's still in trouble. I'm going to attack the elemental, I think.
All right, do it.
Yeah. All right. For
22 is
22
gonna
to
hit.
hit. And 10 damage.
All right, as you swing, you're noticing that you're just not connecting again. Like you are, but not in the way that you expect to.
Right.
Okay. Zarfu.
So, I would like to attack the, I guess I'll attack that
Okay.
with I will shoot my crossbow.
And it is engaged in melee, so make your attack roll first, and then you'll get your sneak attack bonus. That's gonna hit. All right, so that is a total of 23 damage. So it connects. Again, it kind of falls out after the fact, but it does definitely connect. Some water droplets kind of spew out in different directions, and it kind of turns to see where it came from and hisses at you, but that's all it can do.
And then I also have my Whales from the Grave, where immediately after I deal sneak attack damage, I can target a second creature within 30 feet of the first creature. So would I be able to use that on the elemental?
You betcha.
Okay. So I would love to do that. And then it takes 2d6 necrotic damage.
Ooh,
Nice.
hit it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You feel like that. You see like the water actually shake and more droplets kind of fall out, and it keeps like getting smaller as you, but like way more than your arrow seemed to. Excellent. Well done. All right, water elemental. Says nope, don't like that. But let's see here. We're gonna use. Ooh. Let's see. Can it? Can it? Not quite. All right. So it's gonna kind of chase Forge up the stairs, a little bit, and enters your space and tries to kind of consume you within its body, which is nasty. So I need a strength saving throw.
All right. 25.
You get pushed 5 feet away from it again. You are now at the top of the stairs. All right. These guys, so that fell. Let's see. I'm gonna roll a couple of wisdoms, which. Boop. Boop. Okay. Nope. This one heads for this house. This one is going to use its full action to move and get to the top of this area with this ramp that's up here. Cool. Morphe! So in this turn, you kind of were able to, you finished your movement, and then you could see, like, around here was where the line of commoners and their group was waiting. So the three of the leaders of the town council start running toward you when they see you with the children. Oh, thank goodness! So glad they're safe. And then Valdi says, are there any more in there? Were you able to find anyone? Is it safe? They're talking to a horse. Well, they're going to talk to the children. And the kids go, no, these guys beat up some bad guys. I don't know. And then they got us out of there, but I didn't see any bad guys when we left. And they'll start sliding off your back.
The vines that are part of her saddle will actually kind of help them, like they'll form little footholds for them to step down onto the ground much easier. And she'll nuzzle both of them with her soft nose, but then she'll sort of make eye contact with the nearest adult, or if Drizelda's nearby, probably more likely to go with that. Because if any of them have a moderate perception, they would understand that she was the druid who was here earlier.
Yeah.
But with a definite, like, very, like, I wasn't wearing antlers, but.
Oh no! The antler horse died! Right from us!
They're not real! No, but she would definitely, like, shake her horse head, like, letting them know that it is not safe out there yet. And then with that, she'll take one, like, look over the villagers, and then she's gonna turn back around and try and rejoin her friends in the fray.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Alright. Excellent. I miss your antlers.
Don't mind me while I put them back on. Don't pay attention to my faces.
Alright. Water Weird's turn.
Just a note for the chat, pay extra attention to her faces. They're wonderful.
Excellent. Alright, so this one is going to make a grab for Forge. Let's see. Does a 13 hit you?
It does not.
Excellent. All right, so it makes another snap at you, and you keep dancing and dodging away. It's great to be a kitty. This one is mad and wants to get Arnie back. Don't you walk away from me, it says, except it doesn't have a language.
And I didn't really walk, I kind of swam.
Does an 18 hit you?
Yes, an 18 hits me.
I'm sorry. Take 13 damage.
Okay.
Yeah. And you are grappled, and it's gonna pull you 5 feet off the water, off the edge of the dock again. So you're basically in the water, but still at the surface. It hasn't pulled you under yet.
Fine.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I mean, it's not, but it is.
Yeah, I just realized that, like, Christine, even though we were all in a group this time, Christine still ended up being the one, like, in the most danger.
All right. Next up is ASFCC. Maybe you guys all live, and it's just every, like, 2 to 5 weeks, Christine makes a new character.
Christine reincarnates.
Christine, to remind you,
really...
I think you still have a nat 20 if
I
you
do
need
still
it.
have a nat 20, and so I think I'm gonna struggle and use my nat 20 to
Break free?
successfully struggle.
Excellent. So that's your action, so you still have your movement, so you can get back to the dock, back on the dock, and, like, a little bit inward.
Okay.
And you still have a bonus action if there's anything you can do.
I mean, I'm trying to remember. I feel like, can I cast a spell as a bonus action? That has to be the action, right?
If you have one that allows a bonus action.
Okay. Gotcha. Then, no, I don't think there's anything I can do in particular.
An example is Healing Word is everyone's favorite bonus action healing spell. Okay.
Cool.
Next up is Forge.
Alright. Well, I am going to use that other nat 20 to hit the elemental that's in front of me.
Excellent.
So 18.
18 damage. It connects. It hurts. You definitely see it getting shorter and shorter. It's probably now about like a third of the size it started. But it's still coming at you. It seems to have no sense of self-preservation. Anything else you're doing?
Nope. I am planning to be here to distract in hopes that Arnie can get up here.
Awesome.
So.
Zarfu.
I think I will use one of my nat 20s.
Okay.
On this.
Okay.
Sorry, so do I still need to roll?
You don't. You just need to roll your damage.
Okay, just the damage. Got it.
Yep, and you're going to roll damage twice.
Ooh.
So that's 18 plus holy fuck, what those are numbers. 24. So 18 plus 24, 34, 40, 42. That's 42 damage. How do you want to do this?
Well, I would also... I get to use my Wails from the Grave move 3 times before a long rest, so I've used it twice, so I would like to use it one more time.
Okay.
And go after this other one.
Because you don't have to make an attack roll for it, let's have it be part of the nat 20. So roll your damage twice.
Okay.
Woohoo! Yeah. Take it down. Take it down.
Oh yeah.
Because it's not really a new attack. That's piercing.
Oh.
And roll that again.
There we go.
So 9 damage. All right, so it's getting smaller, but this one, you kill it. So
Ooh.
describe what happens.
Okay, so I'm gonna say Zarfu he really focuses, he really looks, he gets a clear shot, and then he basically shoots it, and it splashes through what looks like the eyeball. It looks like maybe there's an eyeball on this thing. It looks like it goes through that, and then the water, like, the arrow also shoots so quickly that the water goes like, and it makes like a little ring and like shoots up in water, and then it like rains down, like gently rain,
I like
and then
that.
into the water.
Excellent. So that boyo is gone. No body left behind with that rain.
That's right.
Excellent. Well done. And that was your Wails from the Grave is a bonus action, right?
No.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
an attack.
Well, you still have a bonus action if there's anything you'd like to use then.
I can hide. Maybe I will go back toward this building.
Okay.
And
Yep,
hide.
you have your movement as well, so that's totally cool.
Alright.
So you duck into one of the crevices. It's dark out, so plenty of places to hide.
Okay.
Totally cool. All right. Then we have the water elementals. So this one's pretty hungry for some Whisker Forge. It's been disappointed by its ability to whelm, so we're going to use its multi-attack to slam. Does a 14 hit you?
Nope.
Ugh! Does a 21 hit you? There we go.
Yes.
All right, take 18 bludgeoning
Okay.
as it punches you in the face with water.
So 9 since I'm raging.
Yes. Well remembered. All right, and then this one is knocking a house down, so that finishes on this turn. And this one gets to the top. Let's make a perception for it, because it's dark out. Nope, okay, it's gonna work on attacking this house. All right, Morphe, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna take my full action and movement to move 120 feet towards the battle still, because I can't do anything until I'm there.
All right, let me move some dead bodies again. All right, that's where you are. And last in the order, and our last move of the evening is gonna be Arnie.
Cool. I'm gonna use my action and my movement to haul ass up those stairs.
So to do that, you're gonna have to go through the space of the water elemental. So I would recommend hauling your ass in like this direction.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do then. Because
Cool,
I
so-
can't afford to get heavy then.
One of the things that you could, yeah, I'll allow it. So one of the things that you could do if you wanted to, because the dock is pretty much like the water level is even with the dock, and these things can swim fast. So
Yeah.
what I would recommend maybe is you could run here and then climb maybe up into this window with your action. And then like you'd be out of the water.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking that too, depending on height, either like the window or the roof.
Yeah, go ahead
We'll
and
go
make
with the
your
window.
yeah, we'll do the window. So go ahead and roll an athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
I'm gonna roll acrobatics.
Okay. Would you like to use your an inspiration or anything?
I would love to use an inspiration.
Do you have
I
any?
I have one inspiration
Okay.
and one d20.
Okay, go ahead and use your inspiration.
All right.
There it is. All right, so you kind of do a little hop, and then you're like, that wasn't enough. So you you leap and kind of manage to grab onto some of the cobblestones and kind of boulder your way up and into the window.
Nice.
All right. So with that, we are going to wrap for this evening.
Oh.
You'll have to join us next week to see if these guys can defeat these remaining water elementals and the remaining water weird. Been in a lot of danger, almost died, and I'm looking forward to seeing how you guys handle it next week.
Also,
Will I have
Sarah,
to make a new character? Nobody knows.
I promised the chat I would make them tear up next time when we have an RP sesh, so y'all better be prepared because my writer's about to come out and y'all might want to grab some tissues. I got you.
Awesome. I feel like being neutral Janet from The Good Place and being like, end of conversation. Like, red pink. Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to do some RP with you guys again. So hopefully we'll be able to wrap this up in the first half of the session and do some role play in the second half. But depends on you guys, depends on how quickly you can wipe these guys out, and we'll see what happens from there. So, oh, we need to do our drawing. So, last chance, type in hashtag YayGay in the chat. Donate bits. 100 bits gets you one entry to win our RA swag bag with a dice bag, dice, a couple of Shadowrun dice, a patch, poker chips, stickers, all kinds of goodies, including our brand new sticker that we just got in for Coddlesworth's Clockwork Circus. That's Rodeo, one of the characters in the comic book. So 100 bits gets you an entry. Subscribing to the channel gets you 7 entries, so that gets you 2 bonus entries above the $5 value. Last chance to do that. We're going to play the credits. Stay tuned after because we're going to come back and do the drawing. Must be present to win, so we'll see you right after the credits. Bye, everyone. Hey everyone, welcome back. We are here for our drawing, and we're gonna win a Rem Alternus swag bag. So you get a dice bag, you get some stickers, not just the Coddlesworth sticker, but you get some Rem Alternus stickers. Got Rem Alternus patch. Got 2 different poker chips or edge tokens if you play some Shadowrun. Got a couple of Shadowrun dice and a button, a Rem Alternus button. So lots of cool stuff for you to win. We have 94 entries that Thomas gave us, so we're going to go ahead and roll the die, and the roll is 37. So who is our number 37, Thomas?
Bree, you finally won something!
Bree! Awesome. Number 37 is Bree. So look, if you type pick me in chat, clearly it works. Awesome. Awesome. And we save on shipping because I'm going to see you in like 2 days. Awesome. Oh, that's so exciting. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We will be here with another giveaway and more shenanigans next week. So we'll see you then. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.